Ito yung second video natin sa factoring polynomials at ngayon naman, titingnan natin yung isang technique sa difference of two squares. Ano ba yung difference of two squares? A difference of two squares arises when a perfect square is subtracted from another perfect square. So ano yung mga requirements natin o yung mga conditions natin para yung binomial ay makonsider na difference of two squares? Number one, dapat yung dalawang terms ay squares. Okay, mamaya makikita natin yan. May mga examples ako. And then, syempre, dahil difference siya, dapat merong minus sign na nagse-separate doon sa dalawang terms. Okay? So, for example, number 1, x squared minus 9. So, this one is a difference of two squares kasi meron kang binomial, okay, dalawa daw eh. Tapos square, dalawang square yan. This one is a perfect square. This one is also a perfect square. And then, they are separated by a minus sign. Okay? Now, paano natin masasabi kung perfect square? Ganito. Kapag variable, ang gusto nating makita, even yung exponent. Okay? And then, kapag naman mga numerical coefficients or yung mga constants natin, dapat perfect square siya kapag kinuha mo yung square root niya, it will give you an integer. Okay? For example, yung 9, square root ng 9 is 3. Okay, so alam naman natin, pwede nating makita rin yung mga perfect square. For example, from 1 to 20, pwede nyong ilista yon and then you familiarize yourself. For example, 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25, etc. Lahat ng to ay perfect squares. Okay, so again, ang tip ko, ilista nyo yan up to 20 para maging familiar kayo. Alright, another one is y to the 4 minus 4. This one is again a difference of two squares. This one is a perfect square, another perfect square, and they're separated by a minus sign. Okay, paano natin nasabi na perfect square itong y to the 4? Kasi nga, yung exponent niya ay even. Another one, 100 minus 81m to the 6. Yung 100 ba perfect square? Yes, kasi kapag kinuha mo yung square root niyan, it will give you 10. Okay, yung 81 ba perfect square? Yes. Kasi 9 times 9 is 81. Yung m to the 6 ba perfect square? Yes. Kasi kapag kinuha mo yung square root ng m to the 6, it will give you m to the 3. Okay, mamaya, mas makikita pa natin yan through examples. But then again, itong exponent na to ay even. Another one, 49r squared s squared minus t to the 4. Another difference of two squares. Tingnan natin, ito yung term 1 natin. And then, this is term 2 or second term. Yung first term natin, ang 49 ay perfect square kasi ang square root niya ay 7. Yung r squared ay perfect square kasi naka-raise to 2 siya, even. Same dito, even. And itong second term natin, even din si 4. Okay? So, these are all examples of differences of two squares. Now, paano tayo nagpa-factor ng DTS? So, if a and b are real numbers, variables, or algebraic expressions, then a squared minus b squared, which is the difference of two squares, is equal to a plus b times a minus b. As you can see, familiar na dapat tayo dito nung pinag-usapan natin yung mga special products. No? Ito special product to, wherein you have the product, okay, the product of the sum and difference of two terms. Okay, parang babalik ta rin lang natin siya, no? Kasi yung pagkuha natin ng product is opposite sa pagkuha ng factor. Okay? Yung topic natin na to ay naka-encounter natin sa special products. Ito naman sa factoring. Okay? So parehas lang din naman siya. You just have to follow the pattern. For example, you have x squared minus 9 and then you have negative 81m to the 6 plus 100. Ipapakita ko yung step by step, but then again, pagdating ng time, masasanay din kayo mag-solve ng gantong mga klaseng problems. Okay? Start tayo with x squared minus 1. Ang first step nyo ay magko-construct kayo ng difference of two squares skeleton. Ibig sabihin, gagawa lang kayo ng mga placeholder niya. Okay? Ganito yung itsura ng DTS skeleton. Okay? So, meron kayong 1, 2, 3, 4. Separate natin with parentheses. And then, yung isa plus, yung isa minus. Okay? Ibig sabihin, lalagyan nyo ng mga either variables or kung meron kayong mga constants or anumang expression, dyan nyo siya ilalagay. Okay? Number 2, hanapin natin yung mga square root ng mga terms. So, hanapin natin yung square root nito, hanapin din natin yung square root nito. Okay? So, ang square root ng x squared is x. Actually, dapat ano yan, no? Absolute value of x. Pero kukunin natin dito yung x. Okay? So again, ang square root ng x squared ay x. Paano natin hinahanap yung square root? Kukunin nyo lang yung exponent niya and then i-divide mo sa 2. Okay? So x squared, di-divide mo sa 2 to get the square root. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So you'll get x to the 1 or x. Okay? And then you have square root of 9 that is equal to 3. Now, yung mga yan, ilalagay lang natin dun sa skeleton. Dun sa mga first placeholders natin, kada factor, lalagyan nyo lang ng x. X dito, x dito. And then itong 3, lalagyan mo dun sa isa. 3 dito, 3 dito. At yan na yung answer natin. Okay? Mabilis lang yung mga answers, yung mga process natin. No? Kasi mabilis lang siyang gawin. Mabilis lang natin makikita yung answer. So again, the answer is x plus 3 times x minus 3. Paano natin makikita kung tama yung sagot natin? So how will you check if your answer is correct? Gagamit lang kayo ng FOIL method. As you can see, pwede kang mag-apply dito ng FOIL method. Okay? So now, another one, negative 81 m to the 6 plus 100. Ito, sa unang tingin, hindi niyo siya iisipin na difference of two squares. No? Kasi plus minus. Meron tayong plus sign dito. So, they are separated by a plus sign. However, pwede niyo siyang isulat this way. 100 minus 81 m to the 6. Bakit? Dahil meron tayong commutative property. Okay? So again, this is 100 minus 81 m to the 6. Parehas lang yan. Ano yung first step natin? Again, gagawa tayo ng skeleton. Ganito yung itsura ng skeleton natin. Palaging ganito, no? Plus. And then minus. Pwede ba magkabaliktad yung plus at minus? Pwede rin. Okay? Now, ang una natin gagawin, tingnan nyo yung first term, 100. You just have to get the square root of 100. Anong square root ng 100? Square root ng 100 is 10. So, lalagay mo si 10 dito, saka si 10 dito. After that, kukunin mo yung square root nito. 81m to the 6 is square root of 81m to the 6. Now, properties ng radicals natin. If you have the square root of m to the 6 or square root of 81 times m to the 6, meron kang dalawang factors dito. No, you have 81 and m to the 6. Pwede mo siyang isulat as the square root of 81 times the square root of m to the 6. Okay, pinaghiwalay lang natin. So, ano yung square root ng 81? Ang square root ng 81 ay 9. Ano naman yung square root ng m to the 6? Again, ano yung ginagawa natin to find the square root? You just have to divide. I-divide mo lang yung exponent by 2. So, 6 divided by 2 is 3. Kaya, ang square root ng m to the 6 ay m to the 3. Okay? So, saan natin isusulat tong 9m to the 3? Dito. At saka, dito. And, that is the answer. Okay? So again, ano yung steps natin? Number 1, kailangan i-recognize natin na difference of two squares problem to. And then, gawa kayo ng skeleton. Hanapin nyo yung square root ng first term. Ilagay nyo dito, tsaka dito. Hanapin nyo yung square root ng second term. Ilagay nyo dito, at tsaka dito. Okay? So, 10 plus 9m cubed times the quantity 10 minus 9m cubed. Ayan. Another problem, you have negative x squared plus 400. Again, isusulat natin to as 400 minus x squared by virtue of commutative property. Okay? Now, anong gagawin natin? Construct tayo ng skeleton. And then after that, get the square root of the first term. Anong square root ng 400? 20. So, lalagay mo si 20 dito, saka si 20 dito. Anong square root ng x squared? X. So, lalagay mo si x dito, saka si x dito, and you have the answer. 20 plus x times 20 minus x. Another one, n to the 6 plus 121m squared, m to the 4. Sulat natin siya dito. Okay. Gagawa muna tayo ng skeleton. Now, meron na tayong skeleton. Ilalagay natin, this is a difference of two squares. This is not a difference of two squares. Okay? So, in this case, hindi natin siya dapat isa-solve. Okay? Bakit? Kasi, sum to. You have a sum of two squares. One square and another square. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, Lalagay nyo dito, this is not a DTS. Alright, so ito lang yung difference of two squares natin. So with that, ang answer natin, 20 plus x times 20 minus x. And then here, this is not a DTS. Alright, so next, DTS after the GCF. Yung first video natin is yung pagkuha ng greatest common factor and greatest common monomial factor and pag-factor out ng greatest common factor sa given polynomial. Tama? Ngayon, papaghaluin natin sila, no? May GCF na tayo, may DTS pa tayo. So for example, you're given 2a squared minus 72 and you have 3x to the 4 minus 48. Isosolve muna natin yung isa dito, no? Sulat natin 2a squared minus 72. Now, kung unang tingin, hindi nyo aakalain na ano yan, difference of two squares. Bakit? Kasi tingnan nyo to, 2a squared. Ang 2 hindi naman yan perfect square eh. 'Di ba? Wala namang kayong integer na kapag in-square nyo will give you 2. Ganon din yung 72. So isipin nyo, okay, hindi siya DTS. Lalagyan nyo agad not a DTS. However, tandaan natin na pwede pa tayong mag-factor out ng GCF dito. And kapag tinry kaya nating mag-factor out, magiging DTS kaya siya? Pwede. Okay? Try natin yung paghanap ng greatest common factor. Ano kaya yung greatest common factor nito? Okay? Yung number pwede. You have a numerical greatest common factor here, pero variable wala kasi wala namang a dito sa second term. Ang GCF natin dito ay 2. Tama? Kasi ano yung mga factors ng 2? 1 and 2. Ano yung factors ng 72? 1, 2, etc. It cannot go higher than 2, yung factor ng 2. Kaya automatic, yung greatest common factor natin ay 2. Ano yung next step natin? I-divide natin lahat ng terms with the greatest common factor, by the greatest common factor. Okay? So you have 2a squared, di-divide mo yan sa 2. And then yung 72, i-divide mo rin sa 2. So 2a squared divided by 2, magkakancel lang yung dalawang 2. Ang matitira ay a squared. And then 72 divided by 2 is 36. Okay? And then, imumultiply natin yon sa greatest common factor. Ano yung matitira? You have a squared. Don't forget the minus 36. Now, ito na yung GCF natin. Ito na yung factored form niya. Ito yung buong factored form niya. Tingnan nyo yung a squared. Ang a squared ba perfect square? Yes. Yung 36 ba perfect square? Yes din. Okay? So, meron ka ng difference of two squares. Pwede na natin siyang i-factor. Okay? So now, focus muna kayo dito ha sa a squared minus 36. Gawa kayo ng skeleton. Skeleton, lagyan ng plus, lagyan ng minus. And then, hanapin natin yung mga square root nila. Anong square root ng a squared? Ang square root ng a squared ay a. Ilalagay si a dito at si a dito. Next, anong yung square root ng 36? 6. So 6 dito and then 6 dito. And then, don't forget the greatest common factor, 2. That is your answer. Okay, again, ang sagot natin dito ay 2 times a plus 6 times a minus 6. Alright, so again, ano yung napansin natin? Sa unang tingin, hindi natin naakalain na DTS siya. Pero kapag nag-factor out tayo ng greatest common factor, nagiging DTS siya. Okay, so pakita natin yung answer. Ayan. Another, ito pa pala, no? Ayan, that is the answer. 2 times a plus 6 times a minus 6. Let's have another one. 3x to the 4 minus 48. So again, sa unang tingin, hindi siya mukhang DTS. Gawa nung 3. Ang 3 naman, hindi perfect square. Ganon din yung 48. So what if mag-factor out tayo ng greatest common factor? Ano kaya yung greatest common factor nito? Okay, ang greatest common factor niya ay 3. Kasi this is divisible by 3, this is also divisible by 3. So now, ilalagay natin dito si 3. And then, imumultiply natin siya doon sa matitira sa loob. Ano yung matitira sa loob? 3x to the 4 divided by the greatest common factor. And 48 divided by the greatest common factor. Okay? Again, anong ginagawa natin? Lahat ng term, i-divide lang sa greatest common factor. Okay? So now, dito muna tayo. Focus tayo dito. Cancel natin si 3. Ang matitira, x to the 4. Isulat natin dito si x to the 4. And here, 48 divided by 3. So, anong sagot natin? 48 divided by 3 is 16. Okay? So, 16, don't forget the minus sign from here. Tingnan natin yung loob. Yung loob ba, difference of two squares na? Yes. X to the 4 is a perfect square dahil even yung exponent niya. 16 is a perfect square kasi 4 times 4 is 16. Okay? Now, sulat natin dito si 3. And then, gawa tayo ng skeleton. Plus and minus. First, hanapin natin yung square root ng first term. Anong square root ng x to the 4? Again, i-divide lang natin yung exponent by 2. So, this will be x raised to 2 or x squared. X squared. And then next, kunin natin yung square root nito. Anong square root ng 16? 4. Ilagay si 4 dito, ilagay si 4 dito. And that is the answer. Okay? Pero kung titingnan nyo, okay na ako dito. Okay na rin ako dito. Pero tingnan nyo to. DTS na naman yan, di ba? Kasi x squared is a perfect square. 4 is also a perfect square and you have a minus sign. Ibig sabihin, pwede pa natin tong i-simplify. Okay? Ngayon, copy ko lang to. Copy ko lang si 3. Copy ko lang din to. Okay? So, si x squared plus 4. Pero ito, isi-simplify ko pa. Pwede pa yan. Okay? Gawa muna tayo ng skeleton. Plus and minus. Doon sa unang mga placeholders natin, hanapin natin yung square root nito. Anong square root ng x squared? Di-divide lang natin yung 2 by 2. So, that is 1. So, this is just x. X here and x there. And then next, kunin natin yung square root nito. Anong square root ng 4? 2. So, 2 dito, 2 rin dito. At, yan. Wala na. Hindi na natin ito pwedeng i-simplify pa. Ito na yung pinakang answer natin. 3 times the quantity x squared plus 4 times the quantity x plus 2 times the quantity x minus 2. Alright, try naman natin isang real-world problem. For example, the area of a rectangle is r squared minus 81. How long is each side of the rectangle? So, kung meron tayong rectangle, remember, ang area niya daw, based on the problem, is r squared minus 81. So, tanda pa ba natin yung formula para sa area ng rectangle? Remember, ang area ng rectangle ay length times width. So, meron kayong dalawang dimensions dito. At itong dalawang to, basically, ito yung factors ng DTS. Okay? So, ano yung DTS natin? R squared minus 81. Gawa lang tayo ng skeleton. May plus dito, may minus dito. Okay? Dun sa unang placeholder, ilalagay natin yung square root nito. Anong square root ng r squared? R. So, r dito, r din dito. And then dun sa mga pangalawa, ilalagay natin yung square root ng 81. Ang square root ng 81 ay 9. So, 9 dito, and then 9 dito, and then, yan na yung answer. Okay? Ibig sabihin, pwedeng ito yung length natin, tapos ito yung width. Okay? So, ito yung sagot dito no, na how long is each side of the rectangle. You can say that this is the length and this is the width of the triangle. Check natin yung answer. Ayan, r plus 9 and r minus 9.